you're wasting your time and you're not getting any of it back. Chances are, if you're watching this, you procrastinate just as bad as me. Even when it came to making this video, I was lying around thinking all day, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to do? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm uncertain. Is it going to be what I want it to be? Blah, blah, blah. All of that doesn't matter. Endless excuses because you are afraid to do the thing that you know you need to do. Here's exactly what my day looks like. Almost every single day, I do this. I procrastinate so hard. Straight up, what's it called? Analysis paralysis. I overthink the fuck out of everything I do. I think it means so much, and I'm constantly preventing myself from taking action and doing the things that I care about because I'm worried that I'm not gonna do them to the absolute best ability I could ever do them, or that someone else is already doing the thing better than me. So typically, I'll get home from work around 3:30 p.m. and I tell myself every day, my plan for the day is when I get home from work, I want to work out, I want to make myself food, I want to stretch, I want to play guitar, I want to upload a video, I want to read a book, anything, whatever it is. For you, it's probably different. Maybe some of it's the same. It doesn't matter. Every day I come home, I have a list of things I want to do. And when I get home, unless I'm extremely motivated for some reason, which most days I'm not because I'm tired, because I'm up late on my phone doing fucking nothing, and then I wake up early for work. So it starts with something as simple as this. I'm bored of my workout routine. I want to work out every day, but I don't know what new routine to do. So I sit around fucking telling myself I'm going to look up a new routine or watch a video or do whatever, and I get sucked in by my phone, and I will put off working out if I even get to it, because my discipline level is so low for some things that I'm not motivated to do. It's honestly, it's shameful. Like, seriously, it really, yeah, it's something I'm not proud of at all, because I will get home and I swear, sit there until 4:30, 5 o'clock on my phone, haven't done shit, haven't picked up a weight, haven't done a fucking thing. And then I'm like, oh my God, it's a bit, it's kind of late. Now it's kind of a bit late and I got to make myself food. But what am I going to eat? Go look in the fridge. What's going on? What do I want to cook something? Not really. I don't really want to cook. I don't want to put together a meal. I don't want to clean up dishes. I don't want to pack away leftovers. I don't want to do any of that. Right? So I spend even more time overthinking the whole thing. Like, what, oh, there's nothing, or a bunch of raw ingredients you're looking at, and what are you going to do, right? What recipe are you going to throw together to make this a meal that you actually want to eat? And then whatever. Obviously I eat, so you figure it out. But I waste a bunch of time doing that, and I already haven't worked out. So far, I've dicked around for almost all the free time I've had since I've gotten home from work, and I've done nothing. Then take a shower, do whatever, and it's pretty much gotten too late. Like, I'll somehow manage to convince myself that, if I wanted to read, let's say, I know I'd just be way too bored to read. So I don't do that. I somehow convince myself that I'm gonna learn something from fucking watching YouTube, like as if the YouTube watching I do is educational, or I learn something from it, right? So I end up never reading. I've got all these books, man. I've got an unbelievable amount of books. Hardly read any of them. And they all interest me. But I feel like I would be able to get that information in a more entertaining format But the thing is, I never actually watch anything related to that once I'm on YouTube or once I'm scrolling the internet or on Instagram or on TikTok or whatever it is, right? So by this time, I mean, you know, what am I doing? Like, my day is coming to an end. I should be going to bed, but I feel like I've done nothing. So it forces me to kind of stay up later, leaving myself available to do something, right? Like I want to be like, oh, at any given moment, I have the time right now to go do the thing that I want to do. But most of the time I never end up doing it. And then I'm up too late. I wake up feeling tired and I rinse and repeat throughout the whole week. And it was literally the same thing happening for this video that I'm recording right now. I was fucking sitting around thinking about what I'm going to talk about, all this shit for way too long. And I think for most people, like, what is this procrastination that you're doing it? Why are you doing it? You're not benefiting from it. You're self-sabotaging yourself, right? You're overthinking. You are worried for some reason. Like, as if, honestly, like, I've started to think like it's as if I procrastinate because I know that the things that I want to do will result in a positive outcome, and that outcome will change who I am as a person for the better. And the idea of being someone other than who I am right now is uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable with the idea of change, and it makes me uncomfortable to think that if I did steps 1, 2, and 3, this is who I would be. And that's the key thing too. I feel like everyone procrastinating, you know what it is you have to do. You already know. It's not that you don't know what you're doing, right? I mean, that's one good way to make you really, really anxious. I feel like nothing makes you more anxious than not knowing what to do and how to do it. But I feel like if you're just procrastinating, you know what to do and you know how to do it. And the reason you're so stressed about it and so uncomfortable, just, what's the word for it? Kind of sort of weary of doing the thing you gotta do is because you know that these changes will make you a different person. Now, I try to be extremely self-aware and conscious of the decisions I'm making and the things that I'm doing, right? Which is why I'm talking about this, because I'm fully aware of how I self-sabotage myself. And I don't know what kind of mental hurdle I have to make to become a person who takes more action than the sitting around and contemplating. You know, I don't know how exactly to force yourself to be a do it now kind of person, right? None of the overthinking. It's as simple as, I want this, how am I going to get there, and go. And as you go, you fix the things that aren't working in the process of doing the thing, instead of trying to think so far ahead. You are trying to predict the things that will go wrong along the way and set yourself up to not have those problems without ever actually doing the thing. So look, man, I'm not sure how much value I provided in this fucking little chat I'm having right now, but you know, and I'm not trying to be some self-help guru or whatever, right? But if there's one thing I think that people should take away from this video, if you listen to this and you are going through what I'm going through, which if you clicked on this, you probably are. I feel like a lot of people do. The thing you should take away is that a lot of people procrastinate, and they are doing so because they give too much of a fuck. You care too much. Most of the things that you are worried about, that I'm worried about, are irrelevant. They don't matter, and you are self-consciously holding yourself back from developing into a better person, into who you want to be, because the idea of being better is uncomfortable.